doing the third part of factorization, which is using the difference of two squares identity. To introduce the topic, let me ask you, what happens when a plus b is multiplied by a minus b? As we have seen in the previous videos, how to expand the brackets. I'll be multiplying a with the term a minus b, and then I'll have the plus sign in the middle, and then goes b with a minus b. So this is how you're going to expand the bracket. I have a multiplied by a giving me a square minus ab, the same plus sign. You have b multiplied by a giving you ba or ab, and b multiplied by minus b giving you a minus b square. Looking at the terms, you can see that a minus ab and a plus ab turns to be 0, so you can just cancel it out, and your final answer will be a square minus b square. So this is an identity that we'll be using. A square minus b square is going to be equal to a plus b times a minus b. Now let's start with the problems. You can write the title, the difference of two squares. Keep the identity at the top so that the more you see, the more quickly you memorize it. We'll be starting with level 1 questions, which is the easiest. You can easily compare it. Now a square minus b square. In place of a you have x, in place of b you have t. So we know we're going to write it as a minus b times a plus b. So I will be writing the answer for this as x minus t times x plus t. That's it. Moving on to the second. The second question, y square minus 1. So if I write it as y square minus 1 square, it will be very easy for you. You can straight away write y minus 1 times y plus 1. So that's the answer. Moving on to level 2. In level 2 questions, you can see a perfect square number being associated with the variables. You have 25 and you have 4 here. It is a common error seen where students directly jump into answers like 25 plus 4y and 25x minus 4y just seeing the square, which is a big mistake. You shouldn't be doing it. The correct way of solving this question is, see, 25x squared can be written as 5x the whole squared. You can know that, see, it doesn't make a difference. This is 5 times x times x. So the same thing, we are just writing it as 5x the whole square. Our aim is to have both the constant and the variable being getting squared inside a bracket. So this is the way you have to write it. You write 5x the whole squared minus, this is the same minus, and then you have 4y square. We know 4 is a perfect square. 2 square gives you 4. So I'll write 2y the whole square. Did you get the points? See, 4y square is nothing but 2 times 2 times y. So I just write 2y the whole square. Now I can apply the identity because every term inside the bracket is squared. So this is going to be my a and this is my b. So a square minus b square, I'll be applying the formula 5x minus 2y times 5x plus 2y. This is my final answer. Now in the second question, you have x squared minus y squared divided by 4. So again, there is a problem. I cannot apply the identity because I have a division with 4 here. So I'll write x squared minus y squared over 2 squared, because 4 is a perfect square and 2 squared gives you 4, which can be also written as y over 2 the whole square. Now it looks like a square minus b square. You have a as your x and b is your y over 2. Applying the identity, you have x minus y over 2 times x plus y over 2. That's the answer. Now I have 2 questions for you to try. You can pause the video and see if you can get them right and look for the answers. From level 2, let's move on to level 3. You can see the questions are getting more complicated, but the approach is just the same. You have a cube and variables and perfect squares. Try to remove the terms to make the remaining a perfect square. Let's try that. Okay, let me write it as 36. A times A times A times B minus, I'm just expanding it so that you have a clear picture of how the terms can be rearranged. Not necessarily you follow the same step every time. Now 36, yes, it can be written as 6 squared. A and A, yes, you have an A squared. What is left is an AB term. From the other side, yes, 4 can be written as 2 squared. You have B and B giving you a B squared. And again, what is left is an AB. So you can clearly see that the term AB, if you remove it, okay, you can have the square terms inside the bracket. Look at that. You have 36A squared. You have the minus, and what is left is 4b squared. So again, you can write the next step as this is 6 and a the whole squared minus 2b the whole squared. Now these terms inside the bracket, it's an a square minus b square. So you keep the ab term outside. And what comes inside is 6a plus 2b, and you have a 6a minus 2b. Continuing from the previous step, you have ab within brackets 6a plus 2b, 6a minus 2b. When you're asked to factorize completely, you can still remove the common factors. You have a, and you can see there are multiples of 2, 6 and 2. So I have AB, and the 2 is removed from here, giving me 3a plus b inside the bracket, and another 2 from this part, giving me 3a minus b here. So the final answer will be 4ab, 3a plus b times 3a minus b. So this is going to be your final answer for this question. Thank you.